So how does this keep happening? What's going on? Ask yourself, what is this teaching me, right? What is the lesson I'm learning from the situation, right? Lessons happen for a reason, right? What's that saying, right? Everything happens for a reason, right? In situations in life, right? Life is life, right? There's some days where you wake up, you didn't expect something to happen, right? Someone hit your car. We didn't anticipate for this to happen, but it happens. It's life, right? There's different things that are gonna happen, but we're able to, like I said, learn from these lessons, learn from these situations. But like I said, we gotta learn with our own behaviors on what we're doing, right? So identify one role, right? You don't got to jump into the blame, but we have to really have an urgency of understanding what's really going on, right? How do we play? What's our role in the situation? Choose one small, but like I said, different response the next time in regards to that pattern when it appears, right? So everybody's different, right? There's different situations that are going on for you as an individual, but like this is basically how we're able to break it down. We have to be intuitive. What's going on? What's happening, right? What is this teaching me? What can I do next, right? In regards to having a solution for my behavior, right? And this can avoid, like I said, that pattern to continue, right? So the lesson isn't about what keeps happening, why me, right? It's about how I respond. What do I choose to do when these things do happen, right? Because at the end of the day, like I said, life be lifing, but we have to be making the proper decisions for ourselves to, like I said, reduce being in a situation where we're deprived, right? So when it comes to micro action, we can take immediately, because when we know better, we do better, right? So key point off rip is going to be, think about one pattern that you notice that's repeating, right? Name this common pattern, right? To people, situations, reactions, whatever the situation is, like I said, right? And then decide one boundary or behavior you're going to do next time to change it, right? Because if we don't have any action to what's going on, right? We don't take any accountability, we don't change our ways, we don't change our behavior, we're going to be in a situation where it's like, damn, like only if I knew it, I'm scratching my head, like, you're right? So I don't want us to be in a situation like that. So like I said, we have to be able to, like I said, have some time where we're self-reflecting, what's going on, right? What's happening? What can I do to improve my situation? And making that happen, right? Because we can't talk about it. We can talk about it all day, right? But if we're not actively making that proper action that's effective, we're still in the same situation, right? So change begins the moment, like I said, you choose to respond differently. Other than that, you're going to be still stuck in the same situation, right? So the pattern repeats until, like I said, we choose to do something new. Someone has to do something, right? We all play a part into these situations. Like I said, you're not the only one going through these